Very good morning, dear students. Today we will discuss about metal forming. So first of all, we will discuss what is forming. So forming is the process of shaping of object according to our requirements. What is metal forming? Metal forming. There are two words. Metal forming. There are two words, metal forming. So it means metal which will be formed, metals which will be formed plastically. Plastically means permanently deformed. Metals which will be formed plastically to get desired shape and size. Okay, or we can say metal which will be deformed to get desired shape and size. Okay, so metal forming process क्या है? Metal forming process is the process in which metals are deformed plastically to get desired shape and size. Okay, so the next point is how metal will be deformed. Okay, so the deformation in metal is obtained by the application of large amount of mechanical force. Okay, so mechanical application of mechanical force is mainly responsible for the deformation of metal. Okay, so the in the slide, the second point is the deformation in metal is obtained by application of large amount of mechanical force or by hitting the metal and then applying comparatively less force. Okay, so what is metal forming? Now metal forming process is a manufacturing process in which metals are deformed plastically to get desired shape and size. Okay, so metals which will be deformed plastically to get desired shape and size. Okay, so in this slide there are different types of metal forming processes like rolling, forging, extrusion, drawing, etc, etc. Okay, so the next slide is what are the metal forming processes. Okay, metal forming processes are rolling, extrusion, forging, deep drawing, etc. Okay, so the next slide is metal working process. What is metal working process? Okay, so metal forming process is categorized under metal working process. Metal forming process is basically categorized under metal working process. So what is metal working process? So metal working process is the process in which metals are formed or reshaped to get our requirements. Okay, so metal working process is the process in which metals are formed and shaped to get our desired shape and size. Okay, so according to our requirements, metals are formed and shaped in this metal working process. Okay, so basically on the basis of heat applied, metal working process are of two types: hot working process and cold working process. So what is hot working process and what is cold working process? Okay, so hot working process, if the working temperature is above the recrystallization temperature of metal, then the process is known as hot working process. If the temperature is below the recrystallization temperature of metal, then the process is known as cold working process. So now there is a question. So what is recrystallization temperature? What is recrystallization? Okay, so very important phenomenon, recrystallization. Okay, next we will discuss recrystallization. Okay, so okay, recrystallization. What is the recrystallization? Okay, as we know, crystal, every metal, every metals are composed of solid atoms, ions or molecules which is arranged in a pattern of repetitive manner in 3 dimensions. Okay, so every metal composed of atoms, molecules or ions arranged in a pattern of a repetitive manner in 3 dimensions, that is known as your crystal. Okay, that is known as crystal. So crystal, there are different types of structures in crystal. Okay, then BCC, body centered cubic, HCP, hexagonal closed pack, and FCC, face centered cubic, etc., etc. There are different types of crystal structures. Okay, then what is recrystallization? Recrystallization means formation of crystal, again formation of crystal in the metal, recrystallization. Okay, so recrystallization is the process in which the old crystal structures or grain structures are destroyed in the metal and new crystal structures are formed in the metal. Okay, so recrystallization is a process in which old crystal structures or grain structures are destroyed in the metal and new crystal structures or grain structures are formed. Okay, so that is known as your recrystallization, very important phenomenon. So recrystallization temperature, what is recrystallization temperature? Now it is the temperature at which entirely new crystal or grains are formed in the metal and all grain structures are destroyed. Okay, so what is recrystallization temperature? Recrystallization temperature at which entirely new crystals or grains are formed in the metal and old grain structures are destroyed. You can see that figure. So in this figure it is a rolling process. So metal is allowed to pass in between two revolving cylinder called rolls. Okay, so before rolling, the crystal structures are like randomly, okay, random structure, and after rolling the crystal structure are uniformly and streamlined. Okay, so you can see the recrystallization process. Okay, so recrystallization is a process in which the new crystal structures and grain structures are formed in the metal and old crystal structures are destroyed. Okay, so the temperature at which entirely new crystals or grains are formed in the metal and the old grain structures are destroyed is known as recrystallization temperature. Okay, so we will next actually I discussed about classification of metal working process. So I already discussed there are two types of metal working process, hot working and cold working. Okay, so the working temperature of metal is above the recrystallization temperature of that metal is known as hot working. The working temperature of metal is below the recrystallization temperature of that metal is known as cold working process. Okay, so basically according to heat applied, metal working processes are two types, hot working and cold working. Okay, so recrystallization is a very important phenomenon. So next we will discuss extrusion, the first metal forming process according to your syllabus. Okay, so extrusion. So first of all we discuss extrusion with the example. So you all use toothpaste tube in daily. So when we use toothpaste tube, we squeeze that toothpaste tube from bottom side, then the toothpaste comes out from the opening portion. Okay, so it is not a metal extrusion process. I give some examples of extrusion process. Okay, it is a example of extrusion process, toothpaste extrusion process. Okay, so it is not a metal extrusion process. Okay, just with this example, I want to explain the extrusion process. Okay, so extrusion with the help of when we use toothpaste tube, we squeeze the toothpaste tube from bottom side, the toothpaste comes out from the opening portion. Okay, so it is a tooth extrusion of toothpaste. So like that extrusion of toothpaste. So extrusion क्या है? What is extrusion? Something is to be extruded. Something is to be extruded. So something is to be extruded. What is the product? What is the product? What is the extrusion? So extrusion, in extrusion process, hot metal is placed in a container and it is allowed to flow through a small opening called die when mechanical force is applied to that hot metal. Okay, so hot metal is placed in a container and it is allowed to through a small opening called die when we apply mechanical force on that hot metal. Here hot metal, we will later discuss about hot billet. Actually the first the molded metal is called ingot. Okay, after casting, then it will be subsequent rolled into bloom, then further it will rolled into billet. Okay, so we will discuss later what is ingot, what is bloom, and what is billet. Okay, so extrusion. Okay, extrusion is a metal forming process in which a cylindrical hot billet is placed inside a closed cavity and is forced to flow through a die of a desired cross section. Okay, so extrusion is a metal forming process in which a hot metal is placed inside a closed container and is forced to flow through a small opening of desired cross section. Okay, that is known as your extrusion. So here the hot billet blooms are the subsequent rolled parts of molded ingot. Okay, so later we will discuss when we discuss rolling, we discuss billet, what is billet, what is bloom, what is ingot. Okay, so extrusion is a metal forming process in which a hot metal billet is placed inside a container and is forced to flow through a small opening which is called die of desired cross section. Okay, these fixed cross sectional profile extruded parts are called extruded and pushes out using either a mechanical or hydraulic press. Okay, so there are different types of uniform, non-uniform, solid and hollow tubes, bars, rods are manufactured by this extrusion process. Okay, so extrusion process is basically used for manufacturing solid, hollow, different cross section, uniform, non-uniform, bars, tubes, pipes are manufactured by this extrusion process. Then what are the basic elements of extrusion? Okay, there are three basic elements of extrusion process. First one is the container, second one is the ram, third one is the billet. Okay, first one is the container, ram and billet. There are three elements of extrusion. Okay, so extrusion is a metal forming process in which hot metal is placed inside a closed container and it is allowed to force through a small opening called die of desired cross section. Okay, so next slide is classification of extrusion. By the direction or by the movement of ram, extrusion process is divided into two types: direct extrusion or forward extrusion, and indirect extrusion and backward extrusion. According to operating temperature, extrusion process are divided into two types: hot extrusion and cold extrusion. Then according to axis of the extrusion equipment, horizontal extrusion and vertical extrusion. Okay, so these are the broadly classification of extrusion. Okay, so next, direct extrusion. So direct extrusion or forward extrusion. Direct extrusion, what is direct extrusion? In direct extrusion, the flow of metal through the die is in the same direction as the movement of ram. It means the movement of ram is in the same direction as the movement of metal extruded. So here the movement of ram is in the same direction as the extrusion of metal. In direct extrusion, the flow of metal through the die is in the same direction as the movement of ram. Here, movement of ram is in the same direction movement of metal extrusion. Okay, you can see the figure here. So ram is forced to the hot metal billet. Here hot metal billet is placed inside a container. Okay, then ram is forced that hot metal billet through a small opening. The metal is extruded. Okay, so that small opening called die. Okay, so the hot metal billet is contained in a container and it is allowed to force through a small opening called die when the ram is forces to that hot metal. Okay, so next slide, we will discuss working principle. A hot billet is placed within the container that has a die at one end. A ram forces that hot billet through the die opening, producing the extruded product. Here the ram is solid in nature. Here the ram is solid. Okay, here the ram is solid. In case of indirect extrusion, it is just opposite of direct extrusion. In this type of extrusion, the flow of metal is opposite direction to the movement of ram. The flow of metal is in the opposite direction to the movement of ram. Here the ram used is hollow. Here hollow ram is used. Okay, so you can see the figure. The hot metal is contained in a container. The hot metal is contained in a container and the hollow metal, then the hollow ram is forced to that hot metal and the hot metal is allowed to flow through the hollow portion or the opening portion or the hollow portion of the ram. Okay, you can see the figure. The hot metal is placed in a container and the hollow ram is forced to that hot metal. The hot metal, the extrusion process takes place the hollow portion of that ram. Okay, so the ram used is hollow and the die is mounted over the bore of the ram. Okay, so just opposite of indirect extrusion, here the ram is hollow. Okay, so next we will discuss backward extrusion. Okay, so in direct extrusion and indirect extrusion, the ram is of the same diameter as the bore of the container. Bore means internal diameter of the container. In direct and indirect extrusion, the ram is of the same diameter as the bore of the container. Whereas in backward extrusion, the ram is smaller in diameter than the container. Okay, in backward extrusion, the ram is smaller in diameter than the container. You can see the figure. Okay, so in backward extrusion, the ram is smaller. The ram is smaller in diameter than the container. Okay, and the metal flows of the annulus formed by the ram and the container. Okay, the metal flows around the periphery of the ram. Okay, the metal flows of the annulus formed by the ram and the container. Okay, so this is backward extrusion. Okay, in some books it is written Indirect extrusion is also known as backward extrusion. Okay, so but in backward extrusion there is some difference between indirect extrusion and backward extrusion. In indirect extrusion, the ram the diameter of the ram is same as the bore of the container, but in case of backward extrusion, the ram is smaller in diameter than the container. Okay, container bore of the container. Okay, so in next slide we will discuss impact extrusion. Impact extrusion. So the name itself indicates there is some action or impact force is applied. Okay, so in impact extrusion, the metal is placed in a die. The metal is placed in a die, and the punch force and the punch then the punch force that metal. Okay, and the punch rapidly moving and force that metal. Okay, so impact, it is an extrusion process in which a slug of cold metal in a placed in a die cavity, and it is formed by the action of a rapidly moving punch. Okay, so metal is placed in a die. Okay, and a punch rapidly moving towards that die, and necessary forming operation will be completed. Okay, so impact extrusion. What is impact extrusion? Impact extrusion is a extrusion process in which cold metal slug of cold metal is placed in a die cavity, and it is formed by the action of rapidly moving punch that forces the metal through the die or back around the punch. Okay, so you can see the figure in impact extrusion. The metal is placed in the die, and punch moves rapidly. Okay, punch forces impact force to that metal for performing necessary forming operation. Okay, so next is the impact extrusion. The impact extrusion is used for manufacturing collapsible tubes, like shaving cream tubes, toothpaste tube, and thin wall cans. Okay, so impact extrusion, it is also called cold extrusion, because impact extrusion is conducted at room temperature. Impact extrusion process is conducted at room temperature. That's why it is called cold extrusion. Okay, so this cold extrusion or impact extrusion is limited to soft and ductile materials. Only soft and ductile materials are formed by this process. The process is limited to soft and ductile metals such as aluminum and its alloys, copper and its alloys, etc., etc. Okay, so like indirect extrusion, the metal is extruded in the direction opposite to punch movement. Okay, so this is all about impact extrusion or cold extrusion. Okay, so next the process, metal forming process according to your syllabus. Next metal forming process is the rolling. What is rolling? Rolling. So rolling is a metal forming process in which hot metals are passed, or rolling is a metal forming process in which hot metals are allowed to pass in between two revolving cylinder called rolls. As a result, the area of cross section of that metal is reduced and the length of that metal is increased. Okay, so rolling is the process of compressing the metal by passing it between two revolving cylinder called rolls. As the metal is compressed, its cross-sectional area is reduced and the length is increased. Okay, so rolling is a metal forming process in which hot metals are passed between two revolving cylinder called rolls. As a result, its area of cross section is reduced and its length is increased. Okay, the starting material is the molded ingot. Okay, the starting material of the rolling is the molded ingot, which is rolled into intermediate shape like blooms. Okay, the first molded ingot is rolled into blooms. Okay, intermediate shape like blooms. billets and slabs. Okay, the starting material is the molded ingot, which is rolled into intermediate shape like blooms, billets and slabs. These intermediate shapes, blooms, billets and slabs, are rolled further into plates, sheets, bars, structural shapes, different channel section like ILT sections. Okay, so the starting material is the molded ingot, which is rolled into shapes like blooms, billets and slabs. These intermediate shapes are rolled further into plates, sheets, bars, structural shapes like and channel sections like ILT. Okay, what is bloom, what is billet and what is slab, what are its dimension, we'll discuss later when we discuss when we will discuss rolling at the time, when we will discuss rolling, hot rolling at the time we will discuss bloom, billet, slab, okay, and their dimensions. Okay, but here the starting material of rolling is the molded ingot, which is rolled into shape like blooms, billets and slabs. Okay, then it is further rolled into plates, sheets, bars, structural shapes, ILT, channel section, etc and etc. Okay, so this is the working principle of rolling. Here the hot metal is passed between, the hot metal is allowed to pass between two revolving cylinder called rolls. Okay, the rolls are rotated in opposite direction. Okay, as a result the area of cross-section of that metal is reduced and its length is increased. Okay, so this is the working principle of rolling. Okay, so working principle, rolling consists of passing the metal between the two rollers which grip the hot plate and so reduce it in size, and after each pass the rollers are brought closer together and the metal passed through until required reduction in its section has been attained. Okay, so next class we will discuss types of rolling process. So today, thank you so much.